Hey, welcome back. Great to see you all. So, we're in Twin Falls today and we're going to explore Idaho's incredible landscape. There's loads of falls around this area. But this campground that we stayed at last night, wow, what a find. And thanks to our mate Bev, who we boondocked with in Florida for... Actually, I'm sure this is the one you mentioned, Bev. But Gary, it's been brilliant, hasn't it?
Superb. So it's called Ricketts Campground, and it's actually on BLM land, which is Bureau of Land Management. Now that means it's free. Now you can stay here for a maximum of 14 nights, which is great. The one thing I really like about it is it's patrolled by the local police. So we saw 2 patrols yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
So that's fantastic. I think what they're doing is just checking number plates to make sure you don't overstay your 14 days.
Yeah.
But there's no water or electric, but what it has got is individual spaces, which is great. So it's not just one big car park. It's got toilets and it's got bins. So all in all, what a great place.
I'll show you around. So here's our pitch up, and as you can see, it's pretty big. Got a fire ring, a table, and then I think there's about 20 pitches in total. It's lovely. Okay, first stop, we want to head to the Perrine Bridge, which looks incredible. I've been dying to go to this, and also it's a really famous site for base jumping. So as soon as you leave the campground and you're heading into Twin Falls, there's a little pullover, a scenic overlook. So we're just going to have a quick look here. Everything's so stunning already, isn't it, honey?
It is.
Wow, and Gary says there's a golf course, you reckon, over there?
There's a golf course. What a fantastic place to play golf. What scenery.
We're just crossing the Perrine Bridge, which is absolutely stunning. We'll show you the view when we get across. We've just seen a couple of base jumpers on the bridge, haven't we?
Yeah.
Me and Gary are like, not if you paid me £1 million.
Doesn't look high enough for base jumpers, but clearly it is.
Would you do it if they paid you £1 million to jump it, Gary? Would you do it?
I would, yes.
I'd make you. I'd push you.
I might do it for a tenner, actually.
Really think about everybody having a quick look, don't they?
They do.
And there's RV parking here, really, isn't there?
Yeah.
Park between those two. Are you just staying out?
Parking here is a big long bay.
Wow, this is the park to it. Look at this. So we're jumping up. Wow.
Right, so the Perrine Bridge is 486 feet above the river level, and that's why these jumpers jump from it. Now, base jumpers, what I didn't know is base is actually an acronym for the 4 places from which you jump. So the first one being building, well, that's fairly obvious. The second one being an antenna, like one of those tall structures. The S is for a span, so something that spans a gorge, like a bridge, for example. And the E is for the earth. So in other words, a cliff face or something like that. So that's fascinating. Now what I also didn't know is that this bridge here is the only bridge in the US, the only man-made bridge in the US where base jumping is allowed year-round without a permit.
These guys are waiting to go, and they'll take a jump as well. There's another one who's gone over there though. He looks like he's going to go into the water.
That's one down here. People died on the wasn't even make it. They just never know what's going to happen.
Oh, he's just got onto the land. Wow. It's a pretty risky sport though, because according to Wikipedia, 11 people have died doing this space jump. No, you wouldn't catch me doing it.
No, I've reverted now. I won't do it for a tenner, maybe 20.
After their base jump, all the climbers have to climb up the edge to get back out again.
Back into the swing of things.
I thought you did brilliantly. That's amazing. I can't believe that you guys can climb up after doing that. Well done.
At least 100.
You've done it at least 100 times. I think you guys are incredible. Have you travelled far to come here?
I drove from California last night. I was here last weekend too.
Oh.
Weather's nice, so I had to make the trip.
Oh, thank
Where
you
are you
so
guys
much.
from?
We're from England.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're from England and we're just travelling through and seeing the falls. We weren't expecting to see all these base jumpers. We're just blown away. It's incredible.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's legal, but
Yeah, that's what we were just saying.
good luck for the rest of them.
Look at the magnificent sculpture. Okay, the visitors centre's well worth a little pop in, and they've got one of these which I love, which is a "Where are you from?" board. So I've picked myself a pin. Oh, they've only got America on here, but here we go. We've got a world map down here. Now I'm going to put UK in here, even though, oh no, I should really put Spain, shouldn't I? Where we live. So I'm going to put roughly where we live. I'll pop that there. But there are people from everywhere. You know, you've got loads of people from the Philippines and Manila. A few Australians. There's loads of people that have visited this area. So we're buying a couple of things in the visitor centre. What did you pick up?
Right, so first off, that was the original poster that was advertising Evel Knievel's jump. So
How much is it?
$2.99. So
$2.99. 3 postcards for $2.50. And you
then
picked up a
I
sticker,
picked up
haven't
a
you?
sticker. I'm not sure whether
For
we're
the
going to go
van.
with this one or another one, but that's $2.99 or $3.99 as well.
So Idaho is very famous for potatoes, and Gary's found a t-shirt he likes, Spudderman. There's another one behind, I think, that looks quite good.
Yeah,
Darth
Darth
Tater. Gary's got a bit nostalgic because he had one of these sort of toys when he was little,
Yes.
back in the 70s.
That's right.
He's got these stunt cycles.
This one's missing a handlebar. No wonder the jump didn't go too well.
Oh God! Love this. There's a state magnet board for sale in here, $39.99, and then you buy each individual states. Oh, we're tempted to get one, but at the end of the day, it'd cost us a fortune, wouldn't it, for all those ones we did the other year?
About £100.
More than that. Okay, so before we head off to our next stop, which is actually the Evel Knievel jump site, we can't wait. We're going to do a quick empty. We've been dry camping for a few nights, so we need some fresh water. We're going to empty everything. But here in Twin Falls, they've got a free municipal dump site. This is very typical of the USA. They really look after people with their RVs. Really good one here. It's got the dump either side, and then you've got water that side. Well, there's actually 2 water bits and a couple of bins. This is perfect to keep you on the road. Okay, we're coming up to the Evel Knievel mound of dirt that he jumped from. It seems incredible. It seems to be a really nice housing estate around here. It's a beautiful location. We have noticed there's loads of little prairie dogs that keep trying to cross the road here. It's a bit of a rickety old road, but we're getting down here with an RV, so you're all right. You wouldn't want another car coming the other way, would you really? There's a little one, little prairie dog. Only one's here, so this is pretty good, but the car park's large and it's got a porta potty. I think you could have stayed here overnight.
Probably could.
How's this for a view for lunch? We can see the jump site right from where we're sitting eating. We've got a nice little bit of salad for lunch. I've just made a tuna salad and some flatbreads. But wow, that's pretty good, isn't it, Gary? And we're the only ones here, aren't we?
It's absolutely silent, isn't it?
I'm surprised, are you?
I'm very surprised. I would have thought this would be, really hot on the tourist trail sort of thing, but
Maybe it is. Maybe it's because it's a really hot afternoon. It's a Friday afternoon, and anyway, lunchtime first, and then we'll show you up there. It looks quite steep, but we're going up. Here you go. I'll join you. Oh my God, when you get up here, it's absolutely terrifying if you're like me and don't like heights. But look at this. God, Evel Knievel, stop going near the edge. Good grief.
So, on the 8th of September 1974, on this very spot, Evel Knievel made his attempt to jump the Snake River Canyon that you see in front of you there. Now, before I go into any more specifics, it's really interesting to know that he wanted to jump the Grand Canyon. But the US government said, no, absolutely no way. So he had to come up with an alternative. So he chose to jump here at Snake River Canyon instead. Now, not on his usual motorbike, this one was actually something quite different and specifically designed for this very jump. It was called a Sky Cycle, and it was actually a steam-powered rocket. Its maximum speed was 400 miles an hour, it weighed 1,000 pounds, and it was 16 feet long. So he strapped himself in literally and pressed the go button. Now, what went wrong? Well, depends on who you ask, but what actually happened was, as he left the ramp, the emergency chute was deployed too early. Now, technically, he went across the canyon, but then the chute deployed and drifted him back in. So whilst he didn't land on the other side, technically he made the jump.
Now, what is very interesting to note about this jump is there was immense pressure for Evel Knievel to do it. At the time, he couldn't back out because he'd had thousands of people, literally hundreds of thousands of people were counting on this. People were paying $25 a ticket just to be around this area to watch it. Plus there was TV deals, there was armed guards where he was, and some say that, you know, they were there for him to make sure he actually got strapped into that rocket. But at the end of the day, he had no choice. He couldn't really back out. Well, interestingly enough, despite the fact that he'd done so many daredevil stunts in his life, he didn't actually die from one of his stunts.
No, he didn't. In the end, what actually did for him was chronic illness. He died at the age of 69, having broken over 400 bones in his body, which actually made the Guinness Book of Records, I think.
Yeah.
So he died at 69. He's buried in Butte, Montana, not too far away from here. And his eulogy was delivered by none other than Matthew McConaughey.
Back on terra firma and down from the infamous jump site, there's a little board explaining what happened on that day, and you'll see there is a massive walkway here now all the way around the canyon rim. It goes on for miles. It's absolutely spectacular up here. There's not many people, so it's a great place to come and visit. I mean, we're in the middle of May. The temperatures are really quite warm. It's in the late 20s, 20 degrees Celsius here at the moment. But this canyon, we've been to the Grand Canyon, which is absolutely spectacular. But this is really quite beautiful in itself as well. Well, that was brilliant. I'm a bit puffed, to be honest. It was quite hard work. But wow, all of our 1970s childhood dreams come true, wasn't it, Gary?
Definitely, absolutely.
Surprising there wasn't many people here.
Yeah.
But I mean, this was huge in the 70s. And if you were a child of the 70s, you will know who Evel Knievel is, I'm damn sure. But we're heading off now, and we're off to Shoshone Falls, which is really one of the most spectacular sights to see in Twin Falls. The views just keep getting more and more spectacular no matter where we go. Gary's just noticed there's a sign, and it said that there was a warning: if you deface any of the rock faces, it's a criminal offence. So i.e. no graffiti around here. That's brilliant, because it's so beautiful, you won't want to ruin it. So here's the details. It's $5 to get in for a vehicle. That's not bad at all, really, is it? Gate closes promptly at 10 p.m, so you could really watch the sunset. Oh my goodness. Here we go. No RV parking in this lot, so you have to go down to the RV parking lot. But they do have RV parking. Not bad. $5 to get in, and they give you a little leaflet. This is absolutely stunning. Oh, is this the RV park? Yeah, there it is. Oh, I think I can get a glimpse of them just over there. So here you go, you can park your RV in here. Oh, there's a good few spaces. Plenty of room, and they're pull-throughs as well, so if you've got a really big rig, you're all right. Right, a quick read of the leaflet, and what we didn't realise, that there is a 7.5 mile trail that you can take all the way from the visitor centre to here, and it takes you past the Evel Knievel site as well. That's incredible. We didn't realise that, did we?
Did we?
Ideal if you had a bike, not on foot necessarily, unless you fancied a really big hike. But wow,
yeah,
this has been well thought out. We're just walking down to it from the RV park, and I've got to say it's fairly accessible, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
So even from the RV park, but there is parking so close to the trails, and there's 2 lookout points by the look of it. It's only a couple of minutes to walk down towards the falls. There's loads of parking. We're not even at the scenic spot yet, but look at this already. So the first platform is not quite as accessible as I thought, but there is a second one that is. But wow, look at this. So we heard it was the answer to Niagara's, but look, it does certainly look it a little. I think it does rival Niagara. Look at this. Just at this little lookout point, there's a rock and people have been throwing coins on it.
Coins, hairbands, other sorts of rings.
I don't think you should put hairbands there, and the reason is birds could like swallow it or anything. Yeah. I don't think that's good.
Bracelets, all sorts of things.
I'm not sure about that. This is silly, really. We can't even begin to describe how gorgeous this is, can we?
Beautiful, isn't it?
And we've been to Niagara Falls, so I mean, this is definitely gorgeous. I love Niagara Falls, one of my favourite places, but this is also really getting up there as well, isn't it?
It's nice. Not on such a grand scale, but it's still beautiful.
Twin Falls has been amazing though. I think if you're going to come to the States, I don't think you could go wrong to come to Idaho. It's really different than I expected.
Yeah.
We didn't do it at all the last time, but this has been incredible.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
So the second, more accessible platform takes you down to this view. It's still spectacular, but it's not quite as spectacular as the one a bit below because you've got a lot of trees in the way. But wow, this has been amazing. Arguably the best $5 we've ever spent, eh, Gary?
Yes.
So it was brilliant. We're boiling hot. And now we're going to head towards American Falls. We're going to try and find somewhere to park up for the night, aren't we?
Yeah.
We've seen a free park up, and it's like a state park thing. We don't know if there's going to be any spaces, but let's see. It's 4 o'clock in the... What time is it? 4 o'clock, you say?
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, yeah.
And it's about an hour and a half's drive. So we're just sort of looking for the reservoir park up. Found it on iOverlander again. We'll see what it looks like. We'll see if there's any space. Oh, wow, look at that bridge, Gary.
It's nice, isn't it?
Oh, I love a bridge, and that is a beauty. Okay, this looks a bit of a wow. This looks great, love. There's plenty of space left here as well. It's the boat sort of parking. This will do very nicely for the night, I think. Little bit of a sign: all camping equipment and tents left unattended more than 1 day or night will be removed at the owner's expense. It's a 14-day limit here on BLM land. Right, let's see what we can find. We're just trying to work out whether we can park where we're looking at. I don't think we're level, but we can level up. Okay, this is really, really very nice, and this is free. It is absolutely lovely, and I've made a couple of little friends. Here's my little poochy friends. Hello. Look at these little guys that are here. And Gary's talking to Snowball. We've met our friend Mike, who's here. Tells us that there's no mosquitoes here, which is fabulous. That would be great. So this is where we're situated. There's a lovely little toilet block. Mike tells us that it's lit up at night. He lives about 20 miles away, he says, and he comes down every now and then. But this is gorgeous. We've picked up a couple of bits of rubbish that were lying around because there is a bin, so there's no need for it. And Gary's levelled us up already. But there's loads of space and I was worried we wouldn't get on here, but it's huge. Mike was saying that loads of people are out on the reservoir earlier. They were on like tubes and they were fishing and bits and pieces. It's just great, isn't it? We're having a little stroll down to the dam, aren't we? And Gary's like surrounded by these fly things. He's like Ed, Ed and Eddie, that cartoon. Do you remember that? Well, we can't quite see the dam, but we can see another train. And it's like this on this side of the road, but all the traffic is coming one way. We think when we drive out tomorrow, when we drive out tomorrow, we think we might see it on the road back there. Or is that just a bridge for the train?
That's a bridge for the train.
Right.
The other direction of this carriageway is below that railing here.
Is it? And do you think we might be able to catch it tomorrow? We're not
you'd
sure.
Have to be in that car park over there to see it.
Ah.
Underneath the bridge there.
Oh, right over in the distance, yeah. So I'm cooking dinner and you can hear the noise of the generator. And this is what it's like when you're sort of renting. If you're not used to these generators, this is the sound that it makes. It's not as bad as some of the ones we've heard before, is it?
No.
But it is, I do feel as if it's a little bit intrusive, so I always feel a bit guilty.
It's louder in here than it is outside. To
Really?
be honest. Yeah.
Oh, that's not so bad then. But look at our view for dinner. That's pretty nice, isn't it? There's also, look, there's a barbecue on there. We obviously haven't got any coals or anything like that, but there's a fire pit. It's a table. It's pretty nice, isn't it? For free. Wow. Oh gosh, we're absolutely shattered, aren't we?
We are.
And it's, I'll tell you what, I'm roasting after cooking that salmon. I'm hotter than the salmon. Anyway, it was a beautiful day today, wasn't it?
It was amazing day. Absolutely amazing.
If you've enjoyed watching us so far, why don't you hit that subscribe to follow the rest of our journeys? We're heading off to Idaho Falls in the morning, and there's some really quirky things that we're going to see. I literally can't wait to see where we're going next. It's something really funny that I want to see. But here's a map of our journey so far. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.